Hey dads, are you looking for the best vlogging camera out there? This guy's a vlogger right here, a travel vlogger, and he's got this awesome guy right here that I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products that we like, use, have, this guy uses. So if you're into that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Also, that thumbs up button is appreciated. If you do decide to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell. That way you actually get notified of our videos. So this is James here from The Chick's Life.
What's up?
They are an RV traveling family. They live full time in an RV. They sold their house and everything they own pretty much, except for this camera. and they go around the country making travel vlogs. So I'm gonna link him up right up there if you guys are interested in travel vlogs. He does incredible work. We'll talk about it more at the end. But he has this camera right here, which I'm gonna link up down in the description below because I can actually vouch for this camera too. We're gonna talk about it together because I've used something similar to it. This is the
Sony RX100 Mark V.
So if y'all want more than just our reviews, like I said, down in the description below is the link. Y'all can go read plenty of other people's reviews of it. But from a vlogger's perspective, we both consider this to be the best vlogging camera.
I've been vlogging for over 4 years now, so I've used a bunch of cameras, but this has by far been my favorite little camera that we've ever used.
Okay, tell me why.
So I actually used to be a Canon fanboy. I was all about Canon. But then I actually found the previous gen of this, the Mark IV, and I fell in love with it. But let's talk about the Mark V. This has the flip-up screen, which is like a vlogger's go-to. So you got that. It shoots 4K, so it's future-proof as far as that goes. Or I'm a filmmaker as well, so I love it. I could use it as like a B camera for making films or little short films with my family. So I love the fact that it has 4K. And I would say by far my favorite thing about this camera is its slow motion capabilities. It can shoot up to 960 frames a second. It's insane how good this is. Granted, it's gonna be a little bit less quality than you would at your 24 frames, but it also has a mode where you can shoot 120 frames a second and that looks superb. And you can record at 120 frames a second until your memory card dies.
Oh, nice.
There are some stipulations with the 960 frames a second, like you only get like a quick 5-second window. Just like you would with your other high-speed cameras, that's how they work, because you just get a little burst, because you're not going to want to record anything else for longer than 5 seconds, because then it's going to be like a 12-hour video.
Right.
But the quality of this is great. The depth of field is awesome. It's got a f1.8 f-stop, so it's good in low light. It gives you that shallow depth of field.
So I used to have a Canon G7X. Did you ever have one of those?
I didn't, but I had played with them.
Yeah, okay. So the autofocus on the Canon G7X is terrible. It takes literally probably 2 to 3 seconds just for it to find its focus. So if you're vlogging and you're doing this and then turning that way to show somebody else and then coming back to you, the autofocus is just terrible. You lose the depth of field and you can tell that like there's something wrong going on with the video footage. So this thing,
the autofocus has been great on this, and there's actually modes where you can switch to slower or faster autofocus, so that way if you don't want it to like just snap, say from my face to the background, you can have it be a little bit slower, or you can have it be fast. There are different modes where it can do facial detection, or it can be like the full screen detection. So there are a bunch of different modes that you can sit in here, so depending on what you do with it, you can figure out what works best. There are so many settings in this. So if you are a settings person like me, you can play in and you can change things around, or you just flip to the little green auto button and then it does everything for you. So there are a bunch of different ways to do it depending on whether you're a novice or a more advanced person. It's a great camera. I actually just learned this has an app store. So I downloaded a time-lapse app, so that way in camera, without any sort of editing, I can go ahead and shoot time lapses on this, and it's got different modes, whether it be for night sky, clouds, all that.
oh, talk about low light. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, low light is super great in low light. Not only can you have a high ISO, but it's got a 1.8 f-stop lens, so it works really great in low light situations. Compared to, say, my Canon 70D, which is like a DSLR camera, it's better than that in low light.
Wow.
And so this is a great little camera. Now granted, it will cost you. This is an expensive little point and shoot camera, but I would say it borders closer to the prosumer than the consumer as far as it goes, because of all those features and because of all the different settings that you can do. It does have a pop-up viewfinder here, so that way if you're outside, you can put up your eye and actually see what it is and not have to rely on the screen. It's got a built-in flash. You can manually use the ring to focus with the ring. there are so many different features to talk about.
How long is the zoom, optical zoom, not digital?
That is a fault on this. It does not have a super long optical zoom.
Neither just does the G7X, let me point that out.
But it does have something cool. Because it shoots in 4K, you can get away with more optical zoom than you can on other cameras because it has that 4K capability to zoom in. So usually on cameras, I turn off optical, or I turn off digital zoom. But on this one, it has like what it's called like clear vision optical zoom.
Oh, okay.
So I leave that one on because it gives you that little bit of extra zoom because it shoots in 4K capability. It's got that higher quality sensor.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps with the fact that it's got a kind of meh zoom. What does it say? It's a, I'll try it, 8 to 25.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a marginal zoom. So if you're looking for long range things, I actually have another Sony camera which has a 30x zoom, and that's what I use. Like say if I know where I'm going to be trying to find animals that are a long ways away or something like that. But for 99% of the use, this is what I use.
Right. Nice.
By the way, it doesn't come with these little fluffy things on top. These are for audio, for noise.
Yeah, so the microphones are on the top, or are they on the front?
They're on the top.
They're on the top, yeah, okay, cool. So anything else that you got? How long have you had this camera?
I've been using the RX100s for a couple years now.
Okay.
This specific one I've only had for a few months, but I've been using the Mach 4 and the Mach 5 for a while now.
Right, and I have used, I think it was either the Mach 3 or the Mach 4. A photographer friend let me borrow it whenever I was helping him restore his Airstream. And that thing, just the quality and the crispness of the picture looked far beyond the cameras that I was using at the time. So I can definitely recommend these Sony cameras. They are just awesome.
The focus is super sharp.
Yeah. So I'm gonna link it up, like I said, down in the description below. You guys can go and read other people's reviews, not just take our opinion on it. And if you want like the best vlogging camera, literally that is it right there. I definitely would say this is better than the G7X. It's better than what I'm using right here, which is a Nikon. And if you don't want to have a big giant, DSLR going on, this will give you.
It gives you that quality.
What you need, yeah.
Oh, one quick, it does not have a microphone input. That's a big fault.
Okay.
No external mic input.
So if you want to do external mic, you can't do that. Okay, good to know. If you guys want to check out the Chick's Life, I'm gonna link that up right up there in the cards. Like I said, they do awesome travel vlogs on their channel.
With the high quality camera.
With the high quality camera and the drone. He gets drone footage, everything. He's an extreme editor. He does excellent editing. Actually cuts to the music, which that's one thing that I hate whenever vloggers don't do it. They're putting music under. You gotta cut to the music, and he does a great job of that. So go and check out his channel. Highly recommend it. I binged watched it the other day. If you guys want to watch more of the dad reviews, I'm going to put some more videos right there on the screen. I'd love it if you guys watched more of our videos. If you want to subscribe, that way you don't miss a video, make sure to click that subscribe button, but more importantly, hit the bell. That way you actually get notified of our videos. Are you a vlogger? Let me know what kind of camera you use down in the comments below, and maybe we can have a little discussion down there about the best vlogging camera. Thank you guys for watching, and Dad out.